Talkshow here on Monaco Radio, Music and Minds. Me, I'm your host Deja, and I have a special guest in here with me today. Hey, girl.
Hey.
How are you? We have Monique.
I'm so happy and excited to be here.
Yes, I'm happy to have you. So first of all, Monique is the author of these amazing books, okay? And I could not put the book down. I could not put it down. So we actually met at the Self Sunday Mixer.
Yes.
And Delilah actually introduced us. Shout out to Kelsey and Delilah for that event.
Yes,
it was amazing.
Oh my gosh. Those are my days.
Yeah, they're so much fun. So when we followed each other on Instagram, I was first of all in love with your page. Like, your page is like the best ever. And I think we were in front of each other. I was scrolling through your page and I was like, okay,
yes.
So you're still like, you're like my big sister now. You're like, huh? Because your page is so amazing. I love it. It's like such a good vibe. So tell me exactly about your brand, who Monique Elise is.
Oh my goodness. Monique Elise, I just feel like I'm just a regular girl and I just want to relate with other women. My brand, I focus on romance, so I obviously write romance novels, but I also blog and I give like dating advice, relationship advice, talk about some lifestyle stuff, maybe a dash of travel here and there. But you know, I just love giving advice and helping other women, and I just love uplifting us and also being a voice of reason and you know, telling us things that we don't always want to hear. Like sometimes we trip and we need to be told about ourselves.
We're tripping.
So you know, it's just like, hey girl, come sit down, let's have this conversation type thing. So I've just always loved giving advice, so I just think it just came very naturally for me to do this. And a lot of people come to me and just like ask me questions about their relationship troubles or what's going on in their life, how they should deal with this and that. So I just figured, you know what, this is who I am, this is like what Monique Elise does, so let me just give it to the people. And that's what I do.
And I love it. I was on your site last night, and I usually go on like Cosmo. It gave me like Cosmo vibes, like Cosmo Mag. I usually go in there for like dating tips. I'm like, okay, now I get to go on Monique's site. It's like really cool. You get your dating tips and like what was I reading last night? About being on a bad date, like what to do, like 4 things to do when you're on a bad date. I was like, okay, yeah, definitely. But I like how you also, I think what you said on there was have an open mind when you're on bad dates. Like try to open up a little bit and make sure that you are really filling it out before you. So you're definitely giving advice and not just telling people to just jump. Like,
because I've been in those shoes. Like I'm in a relationship now, but I was definitely that girl that was single and like been on a few bad dates and made some crazy choices. And so, you know, I just speak from experience. I speak from people I know, maybe something I read. Like, I'm just like, you know what, let me just drop something and help these people out here. So the bad date thing is, because I've been on a bad date and I literally left it and cried.
Really? What happened?
I've been on a date that bad that I left it and cried.
Oh my gosh.
I got in my car and cried. It was so horrible.
Wait, why was it so bad though?
Because he was drunk and he was embarrassing me like in the restaurant and like trying to like make out with me, like just like super crazy. Bad. I just couldn't wait to leave. Like he made my skin crawl. Like I was just like, I think I was just so frustrated. I was like, and I cried. I'm emotional. So I think I was just so frustrated. I was like, oh my gosh. I was just so pissed about it, but
that is so funny. Oh my god, I could imagine. I would have been like, oh, that's crazy. That's ridiculous. So tell me about the books. Tell me about the 3 series that you have, the novels.
So Dilemmas of a Damsel is a 3-part series, and my goal, I feel like as an African American woman of color, I love Sex in the City.
Yes.
I love Girlfriends, but there's nothing modern out right now. Maybe Insecure. I love that show, but you know, I just wanted to have something like that for us in book form.
Right.
And you know, it's kind of my way of like giving advice, but like in a fiction type of way. So each book is basically based on 3 women. They're all best friends, women of color, like career driven, independent, got their stuff together. I feel like a lot of us are like that now.
Right.
So they all have their own unique struggles when it comes to love and dating. So each book kind of like follows them in their unique struggles. So Jade, she's in book 1. She's like the go-getter. She's all about her business.
I love Jade. Okay.
She doesn't settle, and she's a little afraid of commitment. So her story is That was my baby. So
yeah,
that was my first book that I wrote. So
right.
she's a special place in my heart. And a lot of people when they read that thought that was me.
I was gonna ask you, were you walking up like, look at Jade?
I feel like each character is like a part of me.
Okay.
Maybe a different part of my life.
Different parts. Okay.
So then Blair, book 2 follows Blair. She's kind of like the opposite. She's the free spirit, the artist.
Right.
Kind of like Erykah Badu vibes type thing. But she's the one that's been in a relationship for like 7 years. Finds out on her 30th birthday that the guy she's been with is cheated.
Is this Jason?
Baby on the way. Yes.
Oh, wait, I should have asked you that because I have to read that.
You have to read. Yes, it's crazy. You gotta read it.
Oh my God, Jason.
So that follows like her struggles and like what she's going through. And then Cara, she's like the lovable, cute friend. Yeah. But she's always like finding herself in some dumb mess. Like, because she just makes dumb decisions when it comes to the guys. Like, you know, she'll be with the guy that probably has a girlfriend or two and like try to reason like, well, he loves me, so I'll stay with him type thing. So each girl has their own struggles, but they come together as friends and they support each other along the way. So it does represent like it's not a blueprint of my life, but some areas, yes, some areas. I just love these books because they're a part of me, and I feel like when I was single and just like working through my mess, it kind of like was therapy for me.
Right. Yeah.
So I hope to help others.
For sure, definitely. I love it. I definitely feel, as you described Jade in the very beginning of the book, as like the person's afraid of commitment, will like juggle a few guys with. I'm like, okay, that's definitely me. Like that's just like. So were you like that in the beginning stages of dating, being younger?
Yeah, I was a player for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
I was a player.
So how did that work out for you? Clearly, you're in a relationship now, but like, what was something that you learned during those stages of life?
I was definitely one of those girls growing up. I never wanted to be in a relationship. Like I was impressed in high school. I didn't care. College, I was living my life, having fun, and then like somebody just came along and like completely surprised me.
Okay.
And I ended up in a relationship, and it kind of was like, oh my gosh, like it was like eye-opening for me because I realized like, oh my gosh, I had the ability to love somebody just as much as I love myself.
Yeah.
It was eye-opening, but then it was a horrible relationship.
Okay.
And after I got out of that, I just went back to my old self, like, you know, just dating, having fun, whatever. Then I met somebody else, and he was like the complete opposite of my first boyfriend. Okay. But that was like not good.
Really?
So then I just like picked up and moved from Philly, moved to DC, and I just like started over in my career. Yeah. Like just took DC by storm. I had so much fun.
Oh, awesome.
Dated. That's when I moved to DC, I like actually worked on myself, and I just like figured out the type of choices that I made.
Okay.
That I could have probably made better choices.
Right.
Or like just in guys, like the type of guys I was attracted to. And just being honest with myself, because it's easy to point the finger and blame guys that aren't crap.
Right.
But sometimes, like if you start seeing a pattern, it's not the guys, it's you.
It's you.
And I had that awakening.
Definitely.
So I started like changing the type of guys I was dating, being more open to like guys that I normally wouldn't go for. And that's how I met my boyfriend.
Oh, so did you meet him in DC or you met him here?
He actually is from here.
Okay.
And he knew my best friend for years. Okay. So he and my best friend bumped into each other. Because I think we like followed each other on Instagram or something. Okay. He's like, yo, like, your friend, she's cute, like, I'm feeling her, right? So, yes, and my best friend, I was like, no, I went to DC, I'm off Philly, like.
Yeah, no more Philly.
Yeah, I'm over it. She's like, please, just talk to him. And I literally, like, since our first date, I haven't been interested in anyone else.
Really? Oh, that's a good.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I lucked up, but I know that had I been on my old stuff, I wouldn't have
messed it up.
Like, I probably would have. I would have been like, he's too much like this. He's not my type or whatever, but.
So based on where you are now and everything you just told me, what would be some advice you would give to your younger self dating?
Oh, your type is not what you need. Just because it's your type doesn't mean
no, that sucks.
It's so true.
Wow, okay. No, it makes perfect sense.
Because, you know, I think a lot of the time, like, we think we're in control of everything.
Right.
And what's meant for us, sometimes we don't even know what that looks like. We don't know what it sounds like. We don't know what it feels like.
Right.
But we have this, especially, well, a lot of us, especially now, because, like, with social media, we have everything so visual.
Yeah.
We had this idea in our minds, like, what we want the person we want to be with to look like, dress like, whatever. Like, but we're not in control of that. You never know. Like, the person you're supposed to be with might not look the way you want him to, but treats you and makes you feel like an angel.
Right.
But a lot of people, they'll not want that and go to the one that is visibly appealing. Yeah, it matches like what we set up,
what we look like
for in our so that's one thing. Because I feel like if I did that, I probably wouldn't have had those
right
other bad relationships.
Oh my God. So where do you get the idea for the guys from? So Max, where did you get him from? He's just like,
you know who inspired him?
Can you tell me what Max looks like? What could he look like?
He's tall, dark. Who's he?
Is it like an Idris Elba or no? Morris Chestnut?
I would give Idris Elba vibes. Okay. Like from The Wire, like his swag type. Okay. I'm all about swag. So for me, actually, Max is like Kofi.
Oh, shucks then.
Yeah.
Kofi, yeah. You know what? Max is like Kofi.
Because he's dark, he has like, you know.
The apartment, how you describe it, the artsy vibes.
Yeah. But you know who inspired Max though? When I was younger, I read The Coldest Winter Ever. Who hasn't read that?
I read
And Midnight was so fine,
like
right?
Midnight was,
and I wanted Max to be like fine like that. Like when you read like the descriptions, I just want you to be like, oh my gosh, he's so fine. Like just has swag, dark skin, like that's how Midnight made me feel. So I wanted to create that with Max.
Yeah, Max is beautiful. I'm like, I don't see you, Max, but maybe see you. That's going. So Jason was just like the regular old guy who's just a problem, and
he has some issues, and he doesn't make good decisions because he has certain issues.
Oh my God, I can't wait to read the rest of it. Right? So tell me how the book writing process went for you overall. So you had the idea of the books, you wrote it. How did you go about getting it? What was the process for you?
Okay, so I remember I was at home one night and I was watching something and randomly got the idea. I was like, I'm going to write a book. And I told my parents and they looked at me. They were like, oh, okay, that's good.
Right,
so then I went to my room. I started writing. I couldn't even get through the first paragraph. Because I just thought I want to write a book, so I'll just write a book. No, it doesn't work like that. Not at all. So my first book took me the longest to write because it was my first time, and I'm such a planner, and I'm so
Oh, you are?
Yes. Okay. So I had an outline and everything like that. So
that's smart.
My first book took me a year to start and finish.
Okay.
I self-published. All my books. And my second book I wrote my second book in probably 3 or 4 months.
Wow.
And then the third book I wrote in 3 months.
Because you knew how to
I found my flow.
You found your flow.
And I think I found what worked for me, and I'm super analytical, so I think the first book I was over analyzing a lot of things and not focusing on just getting the writing out and fixing it later. I was trying to make it perfect.
And that makes sense. You can't do that first.
So actually what helped, there's this 30-day writing challenge that happens every November.
Okay.
And I signed up for that, and the goal is to write 10,000 words in a month or something. Oh, wow. So I just signed up for it. I didn't meet the 10,000 word goal, but it got me through my book. Yeah, it helped me a lot. And that's how I wrote the first draft of my second book. And this third book, I didn't do the challenge, but I kept that trying to write 2,000 words a day.
That mindset helped a lot.
Yes, helped a lot. And I just I learned how to get out of my own way and just turn off the little voices in my head and just do it. And maybe one day I might have woken up and been ugh, I hate how this book is going and it's not making sense. But I would push through those feelings and just keep writing and just stuck.
And you end up loving it at the end, or you just?
Oh yeah, my books are my babies. Yeah. It's definitely an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's such an emotional roller coaster. You start off so good and so high, and then you hit those lows. Writer's block.
I
can't sleep at night.
Writer's block is
coming in your mind.
Horrible.
Oh my gosh.
So what's your perfect environment? So when you're about to get in your zone, what is it like? Does your environment have to be a certain way? Does something have to be removed from your environment? You have to clean. What are you wearing? I know, like, I felt more productive when I had my bonnet on.
Really?
Yeah, I really do. Because I'm like, if I like look down, I'm gonna want to make Snapchats or I'm gonna want to do something. So
that's interesting. Okay, so mine, I cannot write at home. I can, but I prefer not to.
That's smart.
Because there's too many distractions.
Yeah.
My perfect writing environment is going to a cute little coffee shop.
Okay.
That's not too crowded.
Mm-hmm.
I love wearing tights or sweats.
Yeah.
I love putting on a hoodie. I have 90s R&B playing most of the time.
Yeah.
Or I'm listening to SZA or Beyonce gets me through sometimes.
Yes. This is all giving me vibes from your book. I can tell.
I can definitely like. If I could play something like a good album, like from start to finish, or I'll play a song 3 or 4 times. If it like keeps me going, yeah, I'll just like do that. But I definitely like sitting in a coffee shop. I like having a latte with me. Turn my music up loud, and I'm just like.
You're just in.
Yeah.
Often. That's good. Okay, I just feel like you're perfect.
Yeah.
The perfect environment, definitely. Okay, so what would you give advice to young girls or women in general who want to write a book or they want to start writing?
Just write.
Just write. And also another thing I was going to ask you as well, like you have your style is very captivating. So when did you really realize that you had the talent for it?
Oh, I thank my mother every day. I'm so blessed to have the mother that I do because my mom wrote for her the high school newspaper.
Oh, okay,
so
cool.
she always instilled in us to like read and write.
Okay.
So when I was younger, and I feel like I'm so weird and I'm about to admit something. Go
ahead, girl.
But when I was younger and maybe going through something like that was not fun at the time, or just like feeling like crappy, having a bad day at school or whatever, I would like reimagine my day.
That's beautiful.
So I think my imagination has always been like kind of crazy.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I always have like this alternate fantasy world
all the time.
I really don't tell people this, but
I know. I have that
really
too.
Do.
Yes.
I create like alternate like realities in my brain, I guess. So I used to write in journals, and my mom loves reading books, so I used to sneak and read her books. Like I was definitely like a Harry Potter fan, American Girl series and all that stuff, but I definitely was into like Eric Jerome Dickey, Zane. I was reading books I had no business reading.
Yeah, they were good.
But I would like sneak in my mom's room, take them, read like I read like How Stella Got Her Groove Back and like Sister, like all these books that I had no business reading, and I just like I was just like amazed by them.
Yeah, so, I read one, and like it was one of those books, Eric Jerome Dickey, Mary B. Morris, and they were how they described the guys. I thought that was so cool. I'm like, okay, they really like
so they definitely influenced my style of writing.
Yes,
because when I write, I definitely like channel them.
Right.
So that's an honor, and I actually interviewed with Omar Tyree a couple of months ago.
Wow.
And Fly Girl, that was like one of my favorite books.
Yeah, I heard that
like
was really good.
The whole series. You haven't read it?
No.
Girl, time out. You have to change that.
I haven't
you
read
need to read that. That is like
I heard it was good, but
for like young girls, like it's a 3-part series.
Okay.
But that.
So I need to get on that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a classic.
Okay.
It's a classic.
Yeah,
especially amongst like Black authors.
It was good. I heard it was good, but I never read it.
Yeah, so interviewing with him, that was like a surreal moment for me.
Yeah.
I got to speak to Zane.
Really? How was that?
Oh my gosh, like it was amazing. That was a surreal experience as well, and just like to hear about her writing process, like what she does, like how she approaches things, like it was just all very humbling for me.
Yes.
If I could have people look at me the way I look at them, that would be...
Girl, these books, you're going to have it. Because these are so good. And I haven't even really read. I couldn't put the book down yet. So I was getting ready for work. I had to be to work at 5. I was reading the book, and next thing I knew, I looked over. It was 4 o'clock. It was 4 something. I wasn't dressed. My hair was a mess. I was like, oh my God. So I was trying to get the book read. And it was just like, it was really good.
Yes, I have to. I do have... a mentor. His name is Brad.
Okay.
And he writes plays, and he actually kind of gave me the kick in the butt, because I had a few people come to me like, oh, you should start writing and blah blah blah. So I did start like guest blogging.
Yeah.
But I had a few people in my corner that knew that I like really did like to write.
Talent, right?
So they kind of kicked me in my butt.
Really? Yes. That's awesome. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the Imperfect Talk Show with Monique. What happened?
2 minutes on the card remaining.
Oh, really? Oh, shucks. Okay. Hey guys, so welcome back to the Perfect Talk Show here on Monaco Radio Music and Minds. Me, I'm your host Deja, and of course we still have Monique Elise here with us. So we just actually talked about her brand, her business, what she does with the book character. We just talked about a lot.
Yeah, we did.
We covered a lot. So before we leave off, I want to get from you advice on dating in the young world, because me, 21. So what would you talk to your 21-year-old
Oh,
about?
goodness.
So tell me what you would tell her, so I can avoid these dating problems.
Live your life, have fun, and don't settle.
Okay.
Like, you're 21, you have so much ahead of you. Unless a guy comes and he is correct,
Yeah.
like no games, like nothing, don't even bother. Just like live your life. You have all the time in the world to like settle down. Get to know who you are. Like your 21-year-old self, like my 21-year-old self and my 25-year-old self and my 30-year-old self, I sound old. Are completely different people.
Really?
Like, you know, I think with age and maturity, you get to know yourself on a deeper level.
Right.
And I'm able to look back now on the decisions I made when I was 21. Then I'm like, girl, like, what were you doing?
Right.
Like, that wasn't love. That's not, so definitely don't rush yourself. Like, if the right guy comes along, you know, maybe give him a chance if he comes correct. But if he doesn't and he's hitting you with excuses and like whatever, bye.
What would be like your
bother.
top 3 red flags?
People that don't do what they say they're going to do.
I hate that. Not a man.
Oh, that's like,
that's
yes.
horrible.
Someone that doesn't put as much effort into it as I do.
Okay.
That speaks volumes to me, and I'll pick up on that. Like, if I'm always willing to do this and I don't see that same willingness from you or effort, that would turn me off from you. And the relationship with other women in his life, like his mother.
That's big.
Huge. Because you don't want like the mama's boy, but then you don't want the one that hates
I would rather have a mama's boy than I have a guy who hates his mom, because you don't stand a chance. Like, it's just gonna be bad. Okay.
Yeah. So just like have fun, like
fill it out.
Build your brand, do you. The right guy will come along, and don't let guys make you feel bad for being ambitious.
And that's what they do. They'll definitely do. They'll try to make you feel
no, that's
like,
not the guy for you.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm with someone that's he's not fazed by me, what I have going on. Like, it's not intimidating to him. Like, he loves what I do. Like, the fact that I can switch it up and whatever, he's all for it. There's guys out there, and y'all can build something together. You know, you don't have time. Insecure men, I have a t-shirt that I sell. It says, I'm allergic to insecure men. We don't have time for insecure men.
Because remember, I think I seen you posted too, the Nicki Minaj clip.
Yes, no.
What she said was so true. Like, you know what? No, and they'll try to belittle you.
They'll try to beat you, like, mentally, whatever, beat you down, bring you down, because they don't feel good about themselves. And you don't have time for that. You're young. Focus on building your brand and doing what you got to do. All that other stuff will come.
Yeah.
Like, you can have kids. Like, if you want them, you can have kids. You have to, you're like, I think they say like 35
like
is when you have to start. So like for me, since I'm 30, I'm like, okay, I need to start like, I want to start like considering that. But there's other things that I want to accomplish and do, like travel, see the world, just experience different things, like write a book, which I did. Like, those are things I wanted to do. So
what's next for the books? Are you going to be writing more? Like a whole different series, a whole new set of friends?
Yeah. So I have like about 3 different books on my mind right now that I'm brainstorming. I do want to kind of take a break and read books, because I love reading books. And I haven't read books for fun in like 2 years. Okay. So I just want to like read. I'm reading something right now, and I'm just loving just being able to pick something up and read before I go to sleep. Yeah. But I definitely have about 3 books.
Oh, God.
And it's going to be steamy.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to finish these. I promise you this will be done. Because I couldn't put it down last night. It's definitely that feeling when you pick up that book before you go to bed.
Yeah.
I just yeah.
Good.
I love it. Yeah, so you definitely.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
I'm loving them, so I can't wait to finish. Well, I thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yes, and you brought me something.
Yes, I did.
Okay, let me see.
I think it's this.
Yeah.
I think it's this.
What is it? Oh, driven queen. Not a drama queen, but I'm a driven queen. Oh, this is so
good. Isn't it? Yay.
Thank you, girl. Oh, yes. That is me all the way. I'm not a drama queen. Good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it. So, yeah, you have to definitely come back. I think that we actually need a girl session. Maybe we can record that one, but like a wine.
Oh, we should do that at my house.
We need to do that.
Idea.
So we're definitely gonna
yes,
do
that's so my twist.
We can do like a little vlog about it. Full blown relationship combo.
Oh, I love it. I love talking about relationships.
Yes.
I love talking about anything relationships because I feel like there's so many different ones.
There's
and
so many different things.
So many different things go into it, and what goes on between 2 people is like so unique. Like I know we all like there's some things that are common amongst most relationships, but that connection you have with another person,
it's really cool.
It's
like a vibration.
It's good. When it's good, it's good.
It's really good.
But it's unfortunate that you feel like you have to deal with or go through a bunch of crap to like
get that.
But I feel like that me personally, I'm in one of the best and healthiest relationships I've been in. I'm glad that I went through what I went through because I can recognize it and see it and appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know what it feels like to like deal with crap. So. Yeah.
I try to steer clear of that stuff, but I feel like eventually I'll have to go through it to learn. Because it's a whole learning process.
Right, but it's about how you deal with it. Like, when something happens, are you going to stay or are you going to leave? You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
It depends how you deal with it.
Yes.
Okay.
See, girl, I stayed with some
yes,
stuff.
You like, girl.
I feel like I'm the younger Ayala. Like.
Yeah, right. Yes, fixing all the relationship lives.
I try.
Fix it.
That's mother. That's auntie right there.
Yes,
so.
my mom watches her all the time.
I watch it with my mom, and we love it.
Yeah, I watch it with her too. She loves it. Okay,
Yeah.
so we gotta get our moms together too now.
Oh yeah.
But cool. Well, definitely thank you for coming.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So guys, we'll be right back on the Imperfect Talk Show.